welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. Yep, quite a bit of feel-good still coming your way. We've got JP Sebastian giving us some movie reviews this time around. You get me excited every Friday around this time because...
So do you even get to see movies? You've been traveling so much.
Yes, I do, in mid-travel, watch some of the movies that you chat about.
You're not in the principal's office. Say no,
Sometimes I do, but I think that it's always just interesting hearing your reviews.
I feel like
the Black Phone.
You might love murder thriller type, horror type things.
No, I do. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah, like the Scorpio, Zodiac, etc. So this definitely might be up your alley. The Black Phone, starring Ethan Hawke this time, with a little scary mask you can see behind you there. And he plays a kidnapper, setting sort of like the late 70s type vibe and whatever. So pretty much carrying on from a lot of the theme that we're taking from stuff like Stranger Things and whatever, the, Cordway and all that kind of business and whatever, but there's a certain feel of a menace around that time. Tell you what though, let the menace speak for itself. And here is Ethan Hawke with a young actor whose name I'll catch in a second, nevertheless, in The Black Phone, a scene.
I know you're scared and you want to go home. I'll take you home soon. It's just I gotta be upstairs for a while. Something's come up.
What?
Never mind. What?
Someone's coming. I'll scream. If someone's upstairs, they'll hear me.
With the door shut, no one can hear anything down here. I soundproofed it myself. So shout if you like, you won't bother anyone.
If you try to touch me, I'll scratch your face. And whoever's coming will see and ask why.
This face?
Oh man, I mean, that sets the tone for it. Come on. This face.
Every one of the... So obviously you know Ethan Hawke, Training Day with Denzel Washington. You must know the actor, I'm sure.
Well, let's just put this note out. If you've got children around, parental advisory, of course, parental guidance is advised with a movie like this, because we don't want them getting nightmares.
Luckily, it's not like paranormal or anything like this. This is like, I mean, good grief. We used to have, like, there was Hammerman in Durban. There was, like, there was the Station Strangler. Oh, these are awful things to remember. But, like, we had serial killers, we had kidnappers and this kind of stuff and whatever. But so it comes from a lot of that time of, like, the paranoia and all that. What you're seeing there is, by the way, the young actor named Mason Thames, whose name I just caught, thankfully, acts really well. Imagine being a kid actor and you're up against Ethan Hawke, who, like I said, did Training Day, who previous to this, with the same director, Scott Derrickson, who gave us Doctor Strange, did Sinister. Sinister was really nice, guys. The design in there, if you want to see a good horror, the sound design, the music was excellent. Here too, I really enjoyed the music, and there's a good feel to this. So at the start, it's set a lot in like developing its styling. It's just a neighborhood of kids who
Feels
are
cold,
rough with one another, and it's unforgivably rough. Actually, it's not even like cute and funny in a way. Like the way kids beat the nonsense out of each other and whatever when they're bullying. This little boy you see here, Finney, gets bullied himself, and eventually his number gets called after like 5 other kids already kidnapped. His card gets pulled, and it's time for him to get kidnapped by Ethan Hawke.
You definitely know you're about to get kidnapped when a man rocks up with a face like that.
Why
right?
are you talking to a man in a top hat?
Why are you stopping?
Please, kids, do not just talk to random men in top hats with white face on. The young lady is his sister, and she is able to have these dreams that sort of lead her to where her brother might be. So she's picking up clues from dreams. So there's almost like a Stephen King kind of vibe here, like with It, that there's half slightly paranormal, but then you also got this down-to-earth crime happening.
So she's psychic or
something to that effect. I don't go into the meat and potatoes and the details of it. You might figure that out for yourself, you might not. And that's one of the gifts of this, is that it doesn't really get into, oh man, we got to get into the nuts and bolts of how is this happening, why is this happening, or whatever. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes you just want a thriller to move along. But also maybe it cheats itself out of giving itself more world and more body and more life and more exploration of these kinds of things. That said, though, the performances are really good. You got this kid stronger in Ethan Hawke, and every now and then he gets phone calls on this mystery phone from previous kids who were abducted. He doesn't know if they're alive.
On this black phone.
And
it's all happening in this room.
And irrespective.
But there's more for us, right?
Another little teaser.
Have prepared for us to see, a little bit of a teaser.
Yes.
What's happening here?
So again, you've got Ethan Hawke coming down into the basement to check on the kid. He's like, they're having this little armistice. He's like, can we actually make it out of this alive? Can we trust each other and whatever? You'll find out when you see this clip.
Nothing's going right.
You could let me go.
I'm thinking about it.
I promise I won't tell anyone. You can blindfold me, drop me off on the street, I'll walk home.
Well, tell me your name.
Taylor. Taylor Mullen.
I was really starting to like you, Finny. I almost let you go.
Strangely, it seems that the kidnapper's also quite caring. I mean, he brings the paper.
So that's kind of scary enough as well. It's like he's not unilateral.
He's not,
like if
yeah.
he's doing this tightrope, that is its own element of scariness. When will he click on? When will he click off? You know, when will the trigger get pulled, etc., etc.
What's the pace of it like?
So I would say, oh, just by the way, quick note is like I love even the slightest leans, even the deliveries. Like there's almost a Joker, Ethan Hawke kind of like, I mean, you know, Heath Ledger kind of like gravitas to this whole delivery. But Popcorn's 4, the Black Phone is 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Okay. Well, that's a decent one. That's a very decent one. Okay, that's JP Sebastian, a review of The Black Phone. That certainly does look like one you want to check out. It is out today, so if you're planning what to do with yourself this weekend, go check that out. Let us know what you thought of it. Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. Oh, G-Man, my G-Man.